Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's go over a premium medium database question that I just solved on my own. So I'm really happy about this and I'm glad that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any assistance. So let me show you how I did it. This question is called Team Scores in Football Tournament number 1212. And essentially what they want you to do is for each team, follow the rules. So if they win, 3 points, draw 1 point, lose no points. So no subtraction. It just adds 0, means don't do anything to it. Okay. So first, let's go over so basically for each host or guest team, which one is bigger? Let's go ahead and compare to see who's winning and who's losing. So for I am in enumerate matches, let's say host team. And let's say if the host team, so the host goals and the guest goals are going to be compared to satisfy this criteria. So if matches host goals of I is bigger than matches guest goals of I, in that case, so this is bigger than this one, then we're going to +3 to whoever this team is, right? So let's make it default dict of type integer. So d of matches host, so we can just say d of m because that's what it is, the host team plus equals to 3. Okay, otherwise if this is not bigger, if this is smaller than this one, host goals of I is less than guest goals, then that means guest goals has to be bigger than host goals. Guest goals of I, then d of matches guest team of I plus equals to 3. Okay, so this guy 20 plus equal to 3, if that's the case. Otherwise, if they're equal to matches guest goals of I, then both of them have 1 more point than before, right? So spell this correctly. Plus equals to 1. Okay, and let's see. Okay, cool. So that should be it. So let's go ahead and print the total points for each team that we got, right? Cool. So as you can see, that's correct, except if it's not inside. So if any of these teams here, let's treat this as a list and iterate over it from top to bottom. If not inside of this dictionary, then they didn't score any points at all. So we can just set it to 0, right? So for IT in enumerate teams team ID, if T is not in D, then D of T is equal to 0. So 40 scored 0 points, right? Cool. So now we can just basically sort this by descending order in terms of the num points, and then team ID after that if this is already satisfied. Okay, so say answer, and we also want the team name, so let's call this TN dictionary. So for IT, we already have that loop. We can also just do TN of team ID, which is just T is equal to teams of team name of I. Okay, so then we can, because we have this team ID, we can just map that as the key and get the value inside of here. So T of K and then DK. Oh, TN of K. Cool. So now we can say answer.append K TN of K DK, and then answer.sort by, what was it again? It was the num points in decreasing order. So -x2, and then also the team ID in increasing order, which is x of 0. So normal ascending order, no negative needed in front of that. And then let's go ahead and print answer to double check our work. Okay, cool. So now we have this. We can go ahead and just create a data frame. Well, first of all, we need 3 different columns. So we basically have all the data we need and just have to gather it. So column 1, column 2, column 3. And then create a data frame that's empty and set all the 3 columns. So team ID is equal to 1, team name equal to 2, and then num points equal to 3. Okay, and then just return this data frame at the end. And let's run this. Okay, submit it. And there you go, passes all test cases. So again, I'm really happy that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any assistance or help and solve it completely on my own. So yep, also 100% runtime and memory, which is great. Doesn't happen very often for my own solutions. So yep, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.